You're still watching Ways. National Conservation Day focuses on making people aware of global warming and climate change and promoting efforts towards saving energy resources. Energy conservation is the decision and practice of using less energy, as turning off the lights when you leave the room, unplugging appliances when they're not in use, and walking instead of driving are all examples of energy conservation. Now, in simple ways, energy conservation means reducing the consumption of energy by producing or using less of it. This could be in the form of using fewer energy services or using devices that require less energy. The objective of National Energy Conservation Day is to make people aware of the necessity of energy efficiency and conservation. The day addresses the ways in which we as a society can judiciously conserve energy by substituting non-renewable energy resources with renewable ones and reducing the overall energy consumption. So, National Energy Conservation Day. Here you go. Who does not turn off anything in their house here?
I'm so
I can't find anybody. When you see your bills.
When you are metered.
When you are metered.
When you're used to a solar technology, you have to conserve energy.
Yes.
So that naturally will teach you energy conservation.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, when you come from the abroad, you see that the heater is on and the bill is not like NEPA bill.
Yeah.
You have learned it and trained your mind.
Yeah.
Even here.
Today I was.
You
said what?
I was just going to say that it's not as common practice here. So I find it was one of the things, like you said, when you come from abroad, you find that people, once there's light, put on all the ACs, put on all the lights, everything is on because they don't need it. But
feel
it's just
the difference. In
energy
tariff.
They need to put the whole thing on. So
I was in my son's room this afternoon because we're on inverter because the power has been really bad. So I noticed his fan was running and there was nobody in the room. I said, David, why would you leave your fan running? You know, you're supposed to conserve your light. You know, I mean, switch it off.
For charging your phone.
Yes, you switch it.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, it matters.
I go into a room and I see the switch on with nothing plugged inside. I still turn it off.
Good
Phantom load. That's what they're called.
As a
energy expert.
Energy expert. you wear many hats. Okay, let me come to you, madam, energy expert.
Oh, really? I wasn't ready.
You were ready?
I wasn't ready, but no, I'll jump right to it. We're talking COVID-19. The Omicron variant is causing a lot of uproar. Again, Lagos tops chart as Nigeria records 6,112 new infections on Saturday. The data on the NCDC website shows that Lagos State has so far recorded 79,775 cases and more than 754 deaths. Very recent. Nigeria on Saturday reported 612 new COVID-19 cases. The Nigerian Center for Disease Control, NCDC, has revealed this.
Is this linked to the Omicron?
Yeah, pretty much, because there's a spike in the number of people that are testing positive for COVID-19. But the challenge is a lot of people are not even going for tests. And there's a lot of story around asymptomatic patients, people who are COVID positive, but because of their immune system are weathering the storm and going about spreading it to people with lower immune system, who eventually are probably getting sick and ending up with tests. So COVID-19 is still very much around. I was hoping that we were getting in the clear, but evidently it looks like the numbers are higher, and then we need to be more mindful.
Yeah, so I'll come to it.
Even people with vaccines, yes, it's just believed to be said that even with the vaccine, there's a chance you may not die. It doesn't guarantee you will not die.
I've seen someone that was fully vaccinated
and then died. Yeah, so it depends on really your current health condition that determines how well the severity.
So I think Uti has a follow-up.
There's really no guarantees
on COVID-19.
So my headline is simple. My headline, I mean, I'm excited, you know. Sometimes you kind of need to feel like we're still a giant in some way. So my headline says UK removes all 11 countries from the red list. So of course, 2 weeks ago, all the madness and kerfuffle of Omicron, the UK wakes up and puts Nigeria on the red list. What they didn't do in 2020, they woke up and said,
we are not qualified to come into their country.
They're putting us on the red list. So 11 countries, predominantly South African countries or countries in the south of Africa: Angola, Botswana, Eswatini, Lesotho, Malawi, Mozambique, Namibia, Nigeria, South Africa, Zambia, and Zimbabwe are all coming off the list at 4 a.m. tomorrow. Now, it's funny. What's his name now? Javid, the health secretary. I saw a live interview with him yesterday, and he was talking about how the numbers are doubling. So they're officially in community spread. The numbers are doubling like every 2-3 days, and they're expecting that in 3 weeks or so, then they'll start to feel the effects in hospitals and that. But of course, everything we've seen on Omicron so far says it's milder. But if you've reached community
In
spread,
terms of spread, is wider, but it
spreads faster, but the effects are milder.
It's not as it wasn't as deadly as Delta.
So why I'm explaining this is because there has to be an explanation for why you rewind back after 2 weeks, and you can't really say that some people threatened us. You have to say that we have officially entered community spread. So if you have entered community spread, then you don't need the ban anymore. So you all can come in.
What
Merry
a
Christmas.
what a joke.
But I like all these bans goes happening internationally. See the UAE drama that happened. They just gave you back what you gave, and next thing they lifted the ban.
We did the same back thing to them.
Yes, no.
The
So
thing about it is that I'm really proud that Nigeria for once stood up for itself, for
Absolutely.
herself, and started saying, look, enough is enough. You can't keep bullying us. And then assuming that we would take it. Because I had read something on social media, I had to watch the news, and someone had said that, the UK said that they're still going to keep the ban on, and it doesn't care that Nigeria wanted to retaliate. And then they put a very suggestive picture of Boris like this, as if, we're doing what we're going to do. And I'm like, Nigeria really has to start telling people that, okay, let us pay you back in your own coin. Tell
simple,
us
yeah.
how you feel.
absolutely.
Up Nigeria.
Yes. So over to you, Lide.
Yes. About the news or
Yes,
my
your
news.
news. What?
Is that
This your
Oh,
I like Yoruba speaking people, so I follow their news, even though they speak English very well. Is that they tone addressing Kemi lawyer and her investigative journalism? Even isn't that the one that the way you're looking at me, that's what you want me to talk about? Okay. Kemi lawyer, with regards to justice for Sylvester, had made some statements saying that the boy himself, it's funny you brought up cultism today, that the boy himself had asked for it because he was trying to be initiated into
a cult.
And that they have a name for it in America, when they have all those fraternities.
Initiation.
What is it called?
No, you mean the initiation, when they
Initiation, they say something when they put them through this vigorous.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So that's what she claims. And everybody is like, where did you get this story from? Who has told you this information? And you're being very insensitive to the loss of this boy's life and trying to justify what he went through, so that maybe now it's not going to be first-degree murder, it's going to be like second-degree manslaughter or something. Now you can't do that. Come when you have a platform that people listen to. And thankfully, Femi Falana has actually asked the police to invite her to come and address this, how did he say, reckless statements. I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, I took that story
That's your
yesterday,
story,
and
yeah.
Adetun, she was really, going to. She said she was going to her house to go and beat her up. Well, my story is actually interesting because some of us we've been declared unmarried.
Unmarriedable.
We've been declared unmarried, though. So in case you were married in Ikoyi Registry, right? They have said. Let me find that story. See me. I was focusing on you people and I forgot my story. So they said so the headline reads now network has decided all marriages conducted by the Ikoyi Registry are illegal and invalid. This is the report that made the headline. So of course,
marriages.
Yes, they said there's been a legal brawl between the local government, some local government areas of Nigeria, against the federal government simply for the determination of who has the power to operate marriage registries, conduct marriages, and issue marriage certificates. Statutorily, they said the local government are the ones empowered to conduct marriages and issue marriage certificates for this reason. And the local government has insisted that their powers to register marriages which are statutorily provided are being observed by the federal government through the Ministry of Interior. So this conversation has been on and on, because I remember there was a time maybe about 3 or 4 years ago where they came out to say that some places where people got married. In fact, my sister's one was affected. The one by Ikeja Computer Village, there's a marriage registry there.
the registry.
They pointed out a few places and said that those people are not allowed to conduct marriage. They're not certified to conduct marriages. So this one now is a new one. So we don't know what the situation
The story is that
yeah.
it's local governments that should conduct marriages and not the federal government, which
Yeah.
is what Ikoyi
Registry
represents
is, yes.
as the Ministry of Interior, you know.
Yeah.
And if that is the case, someone was even saying abroad it's local government, but do we always have to compare things to abroad?
I know, but what does it say in the Constitution? But I just want to actually say before you say that the Ministry of Interior has actually now put out a press statement that says their attention has been drawn to the news making the rounds in social media, claiming that all marriages conducted by Ikoyi Marriage Registry are illegal and invalid. It is a false and misleading and deliberate distortion of the decision of the court in the suit between Etiosa local government and the Minister of the Interior. And it is noteworthy that the same Federal High Court situated in Ikoyi, in a different suit between Etiosa local government and Prince Hastra, held that the federal government, through the Ministry of Interior, is constitutionally empowered to conduct marriages in Nigeria, and held that the local government was delegated by the federal government to conduct marriages. So in long story short, watch this space. It ends with saying that the lawsuits are still, the judgments are all still subsisting and competent. So wait,
So
just
May
come
I
back.
just
You
add-
are still married.
Still married.
May I just add that if you find that you are not married, there's going to be a lot of somebody's dads available for some of us. And this is Christmas give This is Christmas.
This is a very
giveaway.
interesting.
Yes, that's
Let's take
announcement.
that way. Like,
Oh God.
we'll see you after the
Somebody's
break.
mother is what you want to take over.